Hello friends, welcome to a new watercolor tutorial video. I'm Vanidas. In this video, we will learn these figures in action, starting from few lines of action, and I will explain the entire process in the video. And let us move to the video. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and click that bell notification icon. Let's go to the video. I am using a cold pressed watercolor paper and the size is approximately A4. Right. I am starting with some random lines, and these lines I am taking these lines as a line that is representing the overall body movement. Okay. So in the first case, it is some kind of the body action is little bit of curved. The overall body posture, if you see, it is little bit curved. So I am just trying to make some drawing so that it matches with the line we drew. Okay, so these could be the upper body and the legs, and maybe we will place a head. So this is done from imagination. Okay, so once we draw the line, it is not mandatory that we have to strictly follow the initial action line, but we will make an attempt to be little bit closer to the initial line. The idea here is to think, in terms of a convincing body movement along with the line, and also pay attention to the proportion and the perspective, etc. I'm filling the shape with some very basic watercolor, just some colors. Okay, so I'm not very much interested in making it very beautiful. So some colors and tones, that's it, and let it be very suggestive. Okay, we don't need this to be, as I told, very beautiful. It's just suggestive. The idea is to get used to thinking about various figure actions. It looks overall convincing. As I told, we will not make it very beautiful. That is not the idea. The idea is to develop our skills. Okay. Some leg movement, some hand movement, and it should be overall sort of convincing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. See, these kind of figures that we are practicing now, these will be used in cityscapes and landscapes as some tiny figures which is contributing to the story. Okay. So as it is contributing to the story, the action of these figures are important. They should not look like a statue. So they should be some kind of action performing figure. So that will help later when you create stories in your watercolor works. Right. So we should know how to depict body movement. That's it. So we are trying to think in that terms while doing this. I think this is quite okay. We don't need to spend too much time here. I know that it is not perfect, but this is what we are looking for. Right. I think we can go for the next figure now. And we have, I'm just changing the colors, that's it. Okay. It is not necessary that we change the colors for each figure. I'm just changing it. As we did earlier, I'm starting with the upper body and upper torso basically, and around the hip area we are making it slightly darker, and I'm thinking of some slightly different movement now, and this leg could be bent backward. Okay, actually he is in some sort of aggressive walking. That is what I wanted to suggest in this particular image. I think it already gives some kind of a suggestion that he is in a hurry. He is aggressively walking forward, and yeah, some tone difference. This is just for some interest. Okay. If you're liking this video, or if you're finding some value in this video, and if you're learning something, please subscribe to my channel and click that bell notification so that you get notified whenever I release new video. I'm planning to release new video at least once in a week, as long as possible. Okay. Right. So this figure looks reasonably done. Okay, so I'm little bit thinking of what should be the hand movement to match with the overall action. So his right leg, right hand should, I think it should be little forward, moving forward. I don't know whether it is very convincing or not, but I mean, this is an action probably. It is slightly, I went wrong here. Usually what happens is that the right hand and the right leg, they don't go forward together. It is usually the opposite way. When the right hand when the right leg moves forward, it is usually the left hand that is moving forward. So I made it wrong here, but these are the learnings. Okay, so I just didn't think sufficient enough. So there is a mistake, and maybe it is little bit obvious there. But when you make it, if you are following along, when you make it, you correct it. Okay, and here it is a little tricky, this particular angle. So I wanted to think of something. The angle is very slant. Okay, so if you make the entire body in a slanting position, he will fall down. Okay, he or she, whoever it is, will fall down. He will not lose get the balance. And whenever we make the figures, ensure that we don't completely lose the balance. There should be some sense of see, if you are if there is a chance of losing balance, that will create tension in the viewer's eye. So we have to be little careful when you're painting figures with some extreme angles. Okay, I really do not know what exactly this guy is doing. I'm just thinking about the balance and some convincing pose. So if you are doing it for the first time, you can draw it with a pencil. Okay, you can draw it with a pencil like we did in the first figure in this particular video. You can draw for all those the other figures also, but I am trying to develop it from imagination while painting. So you might find it little tricky. If that is the case, you can draw with pencil and then create your figures. So if you are following along, you don't necessarily have to make these exact figures. You can make your versions. Okay, your lines, your starting lines could be yours, and the final figures, how it turns out, can be your version. That is the actual idea. Okay, you don't create this exact thing. Try to get the steps, the process from this video, and do it in your own way with your own figures. Okay, I'm constantly thinking what should be a convincing position, and this he may not be able to hold this position for a long. So I want this to be a pause, an in-between pause within an action. So to suggest that, let us have something. So in this position, he will not lose balance because he has the support of whatever the pole or whatever it is. He has the support. I'm getting an idea that we will probably make some ground, and I'm getting an idea that we should make it a little bit more interesting by shadows maybe. If you see the other leg, the shadow and the actual tip of the leg are not touching because that leg is lifted up. His left leg is slightly lifted up and it is in the air. So the shadow and the tip of the leg will not touch, and the shadow and the leg will touch where it is, if the leg is touching the ground. Okay, so what next? Maybe a little bit more brighter color for the face. I think we are done pretty much, and we don't have much thing to do. Okay, I'm thinking of adding some interest by adding some suggesting some reflection. So maybe this third figure on the right, he is on a water surface maybe. I don't know whether it is practically or logically possible, but I'm just suggesting some reflection. It could be some shallow water, or it could be some deep water, and he is standing on a floating object. I think that's it for this particular video, and if you like this video, please drop a like and share your thoughts. And if you have any suggestion, please put the suggestion in the comment box. And hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestion, as I told, please put them in the comment box below, and we will see you in the next video. And happy painting. Keep practicing figures aren't that tough if you practice, but if you don't regularly practice, it is a tough subject. So please continue the practice, and I will come out with more videos on figure drawing. Thank you so much, and we will meet you in the next video.